The Ministerial Code has been broken by Boris Johnson, we're told, in relation to his fine, single so far, in regards to attending a party during lockdown. He claims it was inadvertent. It was an accident. It's over the ambushed by the birthday cake incident. And he has apologised, as he didn't mean to attend, apparently. And so far, that is that. Of course, the Met are still investigating other incidents and more fines may come down the line. But we'll have to wait and see if they do and how he wriggles out of them should the time come. Equally as serious as breaking the law is, though, is this breaking of the Ministerial Code. There's much talk of him being required to resign over this, although, of course, he and Sunak, also fined, have refused to do so. So what is it exactly? It's a code of conduct for British ministers. I know, it's hilarious when you think of all the braying and jeering that goes on, that there is actually a mechanism of oversight for their conduct, but there apparently is. And it covers things like their conduct, their accountability to Parliament, propriety and ethics, separating private and public interests, and collective responsibility when all ministers agree on a set position, echoing the same lines. Now, you might think, having heard me describe that they really don't seem to adhere to this code very seriously, and I would agree with you. Partying was certainly unethical. The press is constantly briefed before Parliament is, and ministers have a habit of not bothering to show up to answer urgent questions, sending lackeys instead, making a joke of accountability. Private interests always end up superseding public ones, unless they're caught out doing it, and then they do something. Take the Owen Paterson scandal for an example of that. And you could also argue inflicting real terms pay cuts on us whilst giving themselves bumper pay rises also falls foul of the code, yet that isn't ever addressed. So why are they not addressed? Why is this code not upheld properly? And ultimately it's because it has absolutely no basis in law whatsoever. Not one bit of it. It's all convention. It's a set of rules honourable members are meant to adhere to because they are supposedly honourable. They aren't. Having lied to Parliament, both Johnson and Sunak, by convention, if they had any honour, would resign. The code requires it of them, but neither have. And largely that is because the ultimate enforcer or arbiter of the code is the Prime Minister. It's Johnson himself. He marks his own homework with this sort of thing. Breaches of the code are investigated by the Cabinet Officers of Rule, but ultimately, even if they were to find Johnson guilty, he would have the power to overrule it. One recent example was the Priti Patel bullying scandal, the allegations where the Cabinet Office found Patel guilty of breaching the Ministerial Code in regards to her conduct towards her staff. But Johnson just overruled it, and Patel remains the Home Secretary. Following the code is an expectation that nobody would choose to dishonour the House by not doing so. But this government does it seemingly on a daily basis. And sadly, we've got a PM, a government, a ruling party that has absolutely no honour. There is no legal enforcement to get Johnson out, despite the fact he broke the law. The Ministerial Code is flatly unfit for purpose, and we need a legally robust constitution laid out to prevent this sort of thing happening. But so far, no politician is calling for it. Our democracy is a sham if this doesn't change. Any party gaining a large majority from now on can run itself, just as this Conservative government is, like a de facto dictatorship, where there's no actual mechanism in law to force the removal of liars and lawbreakers from power.